The first night passes without sleep. Irritability surfaces quickly. Focus wanes noticeably. Simple tasks seem difficult. Hormonal balances shift rapidly. Cortisol, the stress hormone, surges. Ghrelin, the hunger signal, increases. Leptin, which signals fullness, drops. You begin to crave sugary foods. Poor dietary choices are often made. Decision-making abilities falter. Reaction times slow. Operating machinery becomes dangerous. Driving is risky. Cognitive sharpness fades fast. Your natural circadian rhythm is disrupted. Sleep pressure mounts relentlessly. The first 24 hours are a warning. After 24 hours, cognitive abilities diminish further. Memory consolidation suffers. Learning new information becomes hard. The brain struggles to form connections. Concentration is a constant battle. The mind is clouded by a thick fog. Your immune system weakens. Natural killer cells decline. The body becomes more vulnerable. By 36 to 48 hours, microsleeps occur. These are brief, involuntary sleep episodes. The brain attempts to force rest. Emotional regulation becomes unstable. Pronounced mood swings are common. Frustration builds quickly. Emotional control is largely lost. Social interactions become strained. Day 3 arrives, 72 hours gone. The body and mind are now in a state of severe deprivation. Complex cognitive thought is nearly impossible. The simplest tasks feel like monumental challenges. Simple arithmetic feels too hard. Even basic calculations become a source of frustration. Reading a page becomes a struggle. Words blur together, making comprehension difficult. Mild hallucinations may begin to appear. Shadows seem to move, and shapes distort. You might start seeing shimmering lights. These visual disturbances are unsettling or perceive movement in your periphery. Fleeting shadows play tricks on your mind. These sensory experiences are not real. They are illusions created by an exhausted brain. Sensory processing starts to fail. Sounds become overwhelming and disorienting. Paranoia can slowly begin to creep in. You start to feel watched, even when alone. You may feel unduly suspicious of others. Trust becomes a rare commodity. Trust in others erodes without cause. Relationships strain under the weight of suspicion. Physical decline continues to accelerate. The body trembles and pain becomes a constant companion. Noticeable tremors might start to appear. Speech can become slurred. The body aches deeply. Every movement is a struggle. The biological drive to sleep is total. The body demands rest, overpowering all other needs. The fight against sleep is harder. Each moment awake feels like an insurmountable battle. Section 4. Days 5 and 6. The mind adrift. Day 5 dawns on a struggling system. Hallucinations grow significantly stronger, becoming more vivid and terrifying. Reality blurs almost completely with unreality. The line between what is real and what is imagined becomes indistinguishable. Your perceived world is heavily distorted. Every sound, every shadow seems to twist into something menacing. Delusions can firmly take root now. Paranoia sets in, making you question everything and everyone around you. These are strong, unshakable false beliefs. Thinking becomes extremely fragmented, making even simple tasks feel impossible. Irrational ideas dominate your conscious mind. Conversations with yourself become more frequent and disjointed. Insight into your own condition is lost. You no longer recognize the person staring back at you in the mirror. Microsleeps are now very frequent. These brief lapses in consciousness can happen at any moment. The brain forcefully shuts itself down. It's a desperate attempt to protect itself from further damage. It is a desperate protective measure. The body is crying out for rest, but true rest remains elusive. These episodes can be dangerous. Falling asleep at the wrong moment can have catastrophic consequences. Basic motor skills are severely compromised. Even holding a cup of water becomes a challenge. Coordination is poor, movements are clumsy, you find yourself tripping over your own feet, the immune system is critically weakened, you become more susceptible to infections and illnesses, the body's ability to heal is impaired, wounds take longer to close and bruises linger. Simply staying upright is a challenge. Every step feels like a monumental effort. Section 5. Day 7 and the edge of endurance. Day 7 finally dawns if perceived. The line between night and day blurs. One whole week without any sleep. The body and mind are on the brink. Cognitive functions are largely shattered. Simple tasks become insurmountable challenges. Hallucinations are likely to be constant. Shadows morph into terrifying shapes. Delusions feel entirely and completely real. The mind can no longer distinguish reality from illusion. The mind is truly, profoundly lost, wandering through a fog of confusion and fear. Connection to shared reality is severed. Isolation becomes a constant companion. Disorientation in time and space is common. Every moment feels like an eternity. Identity itself may start to fragment. Who you are becomes a distant memory. The risk of a breakdown is high. The pressure is unbearable. A complete nervous breakdown is possible. The body trembles, the mind shatters. The brain simply cannot sustain this state. It begins to show signs of severe distress. Psychotic-like symptoms are very common. Fear becomes an ever-present shadow. Reality has fractured completely by now. The whispers of madness grow louder. This is a critical, dangerous point. The edge of endurance is near. The very fabric of the self unravels. Identity dissolves into chaos. The system is pushed to its limit. Catastrophic failure is imminent. The body and mind can take no more.